Hey guys, it's Preeti with the Popo Backyard Farm. I don't know if we are going to get another stimulus check or not, but I wanted to talk to you guys about that, kind of to um, encourage you and to give you some thoughts on it. Now, sometimes people that are working regular jobs, they might get bonuses through the year. They might, especially if you're in sales and things like that, you might, have different ways that you budget your money. But with all this pandemic stuff, the stimulus check that you're getting um, is really helping you to stay so you don't get behind. I know when Clay and I first met, almost it's been 10 years. um, he had his company was on strike, and I had just gotten laid off my job. This whole thing was miraculous anyway, how we both met, because we were both always working. But anyway, he had his refrigerator filled with food, because he knew that they were going to go on strike. So he had saved up all his extra money and things like that and bought food so that during that time he would be able to take it a little bit easier on the grocery bill. And because I remember my son and I came over to visit Clay, and we go, wow, look at all this food, because he just had his freezer packed with food, but he knew that he didn't know how long he was gonna be out of work, and as it turned out, they were out of work for a long time. And so anyway, um, during this time, when you get those checks, think about major purchases. If you have extra from those checks that you may not make or purchase, or would normally purchase but wouldn't get that bonus check, or you might have saved up for each paycheck a little bit, and maybe now it's a little bit harder, just the way things are. Maybe you have to buy masks for your family, and those aren't cheap. Maybe you're purchasing things because maybe your kids are home and you're schooling them, and you're getting things that you normally wouldn't buy because your children are home. Maybe you're buying some supplies and things that you normally wouldn't buy as much of. So think about the major purchases and things that you need, so that you can have those on hand. Like what we did was we bought a refrigerator, which we had needed, and we bought a stove and a dryer, and it just helped us through this time. We would have purchased those things anyway, but I just think that during this time, if you do have any extra at all, um, that think about the major purchases so that you don't find out that, oh, my dryer broke down and now what am I going to do, or my refrigerator and now what am I going to do. I'm kind of a old fashioned girl. I came from a big family, so I don't really like to get rid of things until they're really really bad. Like our stove was really bad, but Clay offered to buy me one, and I said, well, let's just wait. And then the pandemic hit and everything. So we ended up buying a new stove. But I guess I wanted to share that with you, that during this pandemic, think about the major things that you're going to need for your family that would help you, so that you don't have those surprise, like, uh-oh, my stove doesn't work now, what are we going to do, cook on a grill all year? Or uh-oh, my refrigerator died, what am I going to do? And so just those are the things you want to think of. And you don't always have to buy new either. Now we did, but we also went to the last leg on our stuff. But if there's things like that, if you know somebody that, oh, there are some people out there that, repair, and but you can buy secondhand and things like that. But you know, you can use some of that money and then get yourself ahead that way too, so you're not having a bunch of things break down that you really need, and then it's like an emergency buy. So anyway, that was what I wanted to share today about the stimulus check. If there's things like that out there that that are major, you might want to start thinking about purchasing them. if there's any more stimulus checks coming. I'm not sure what way it goes, or just save up a little bit so that you don't get a surprise. So anyway, just a little thought on that kind of thing, because I know some people, though, they might get their check and they don't realize that, especially if you're younger, the things that can happen in life, and you just want to be prepared, and so that, for every emergency. And of course, my advice always is the best way to stay prepared is to stay in the Word, to stay prayed up, stayed up, ready to go up, so that the Lord might speak to you and say, go over here or there and get a stove. They have them on sale. So, you never know what happens. I know I have a really funny story to tell that one time Clay and I, we were all set to buy a shelf that we really needed. And we went and we looked. We just could not find the right thing. And the funny thing was, on the way home, Clay and I are humble people. Somebody had on their front lawn a shelf that they just toss it out, that they didn't want, and it was exactly what we needed. And we were looking at each other laughing. We said, well, I guess we saved some money here. We both got out of the car, loaded it in the car, and went home. So that's just something that that we did. So, and that's another thing I'll throw this out for what it's worth. If you have things you don't want, share them with other people. And if somebody's giving away something that they don't want and they just want to give it to you, don't be shy. Just say, if you really don't want it, I'd be happy to take it, because sometimes people just don't want things and they're happy to have you help them clean out their house. So, okay, guys, remember, big or small, you too could be a backyard farm. God bless.